Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Hunter here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. All right, guys. So I just finished the gym. I had a chest and back pump today. It was feeling good. I was feeling right. I was ready to go. I only had 6 hours of sleep, but guys, like the grind, don't stop. We still going to be the best version of ourselves, pursuing our purpose. Standing up, do what we got to do to make this world better. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it out here. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about why you should stop living in fear, or how to overcome fear, or just how to defeat fear overall, right? So the reason why I decided to make this video is because it just came up randomly in my mind that, hey, look, I made it this far where I've overcame a lot of fears that I've had in the past, right? From last year in 2023, and actually overcoming those fears this year in 2024 and actually making them into a reality. And to you guys, to the people out there that are in that point where, you're binge watching. Sorry, I thought I saw a fly. Sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. Scare y'all. Sorry. But back to what I was saying. So to those of you guys who are living comfortably, not really working out, not really improving themselves, this and that, and you questioning like, why are these girls not getting at me, or having that fear of talking to a girl, or having that fear to pursue that dream job or that business that you want to do. You care to, or going to the gym, let alone. Some people are afraid to go to the gym and insecure what people are going to think about them. But in reality, guys, when you go to the gym, nobody really care about you. You know what I mean? Like my physique, it ain't the best yet, but it's definitely better than when I first started hitting the gym. If I could find a picture, I would show you guys. I'll show you guys a picture if I had one. But I even had that too. Like when I first started going to the gym, I had that insecurity and that fear of like what people would think about me and shit. Man, there is a fly in my house. It's distracting me. All right. But yeah, at one point I've had that fear, and with women, like that was one of the biggest fears I've had. And I'm very open to talk about this because, like I said, we've all had fears in our life. Guy or girl, doesn't matter. We've all had fears in our lives, and at some point, you just have to overcome them. Nobody's going to tell you otherwise. Nobody's going to tell you, hey, you should overcome that fear, or hey, dude, you should do this, you should do that. Like, no. The only person that can decide to overcome that fear is you. And you have to have this in your mind. Every day, I always remind myself that it doesn't matter what happens in my life, good or bad. It doesn't matter what fucking happens. It doesn't matter. I just know that the life I manifested, the successful life, I'm pretty much in a way living it now, and I'm going to keep living it. I'm living it now, but it's going to get better from here. So it's going to be different. Like going back into the routine, trying to get nice, good sleep, hitting the gym. Like, guys, I'm telling you, one of the best things that helped me overcome my fear, especially me as a person, knowing who I am, because at this point, it's like this year, for chosen ones especially, is to finally find out who you are as a person. So that's what this year really feels like, right? For me especially, So chosen ones, if you're watching this, stand up. Shout out to y'all. You guys already know. We doing it, all right? We try to help these people out because that's what our job and purpose is to help people like you out if you're struggling, right? Guys, we all come in different shapes, sizes, and forms, right? We may be ugly, we may be handsome, we may be pretty, we may be beautiful, right? That doesn't matter. What matters is like if you in comfort and you envious of people that are having it good, coming out the mud and all that stuff, you could do the same thing. So what are you afraid of? You know what I mean? What are you scared of? You got to be the king. You got to be a man. And this generation is the best time to be a man right now because we see it. Like I see it through this matrix, and it's a good and bad thing to have this amount of knowledge because most of the time, like when you go out in day-to-day life, I feel like there are people out there, they don't really give a shit about that or they don't believe in it. So sometimes it's too overwhelming and it's just like, well, I don't need to lower my standards. I don't need to lower my vibration on these low vibrational people that don't believe in that stuff. I'd rather meet people that are on the same level as me, if not better, that I can learn from them and maybe be in competition with them because that's part of human nature, right? And if you're struggling with fear, is like I said, with a girl, like guys, like I said, I was there too. At one point I had extreme fears, and to this day I kind of still do have fears, but it got to the point where I'm like, I know who I am as a person. I know that I'm a good looking dude. I take care of myself. I make sure my body right. I make sure I have my money. I make sure I get my bread right. And that doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like money is just such a controversial thing, but you just overall, you just get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. Build yourself up as a person. Don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid. All right. Like you need like to wait. The best way to defeat fear, in my opinion, is hitting the gym. I'm telling you, hitting the gym and get your body right, and you eating healthy and staying disciplined. The gym, like, what's his name? I was watching a video of this guy and he had a good point. Oh, his name was AB Academy. So shout out to him, right? I watched one of his videos where he said why like hitting the gym is important. And he said, bro, hitting the gym like teaches you discipline. And that's the truest thing ever because you're forcing yourself regardless, not thinking twice, subconsciously forcing yourself to hit that weight, to hit that motion. So if you're doing like, a flat dumbbell bench press, you have to do it like you're going heavy. It teaches you to be disciplined and it trains you. You know what I mean? Like the discipline is just the biggest thing, guys. Like, and then another aspect of the gym too, not only does it teach you discipline, but it also builds confidence in yourself. So you're slowly but surely, as you consistently go to the gym and train and eat right and all that stuff, as you do that, I'm telling you, your confidence will start to build up and your fear will go away and you'll have even more confidence in yourself. But also at the same time, pursue what you like to pursue and believe in yourself. Because you fearing of wanting to pursue the things you want to pursue is you not believing in yourself. You don't believe that you can do that. You're doubting yourself. And when you keep doubting yourself, you don't see no outcome. Years and years and months pass by and you'll still see no outcome, but you still have that idea in your head. You can't think like that. You have to put that idea into this 3D world, into this physical world, to make it a reality. Like, guys, like, I mean, to tell you the truth, like, I don't live with my parents no more. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, like, it was at one point for me, that's another great example of one of those fears. And the story behind how I got to where I'm at now was I was living with my parents, and one day I was working at the grocery store, right? I was working in the meat department. My manager was telling me, hey, we have a new guy coming in. He's going to start this day, and you just got to train him and show him what's up, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Keep in mind, this guy actually, who is my roommate now, this guy, he already knew what he was doing at this point, right? So I didn't really have to show him stuff. So as time goes on, I start building a relationship with the dude. I start talking about games and all this stuff, trying to be cool with him, and he was being cool with me. And then just that one day, I think it was like a Monday at night, it was like 6, 7 o'clock. He just brought it to me like, hey, look, we have another room available if you want to consider moving in. Because I was telling him about my parent, the situation with my family, right? And I'm not going to get too much into detail with that. I tend to keep that private, but it wasn't just going too well at the house at the time, right? When I was living with my parents. So as time progresses, things were getting worse. And after that conversation, I was like, all right, my finances is not where I needed to be. But I was like, I'm going to make the jump for it. And that fear was more overcoming to me. Like, I don't think you should do it. I think you should stay with your parents. But then at the same time, my instinctive feeling was like, you got to go for it. It doesn't matter what happens. You just trust me. The gut feeling in me was telling me, hey, you got to do this. It's for your own sanity, for your own peace of mind, and you will be fine. With all the advice you learned from your mom and from videos and from other older peers on how to move correctly financially, you will be fine and you'll make it. And that's exactly where I'm at now, guys. That was a fear, but I overcame the fear because I went for it. Guys, it's the same fucking concept, guys. You guys can do it. Don't be afraid. Man up and just go for it. Whatever the outcome is, good or bad, just remind yourself, keep pushing forward. You can look it's like another great example is like you're driving a car. You're always going forward, right? You're always just driving forward. And it's okay to look in the rearview mirror. That's a great example of life. Like look back of your past, of what you did and the people in your past. But they stay in the past for a reason, right? If they're not coming back in your life to serve you, leave them in the past, bro. Let them be spectators and watchers of your life. All right, guys, that's the best way to overcome fear. That's how I did it. But if it doesn't work for you, I hope nothing but the best for you to do what you got to do to overcome that fear. Like I said, guys, we men out here, we got to be, we kings. We got to move like kings. We got to do what we got to do to get that bag right, to meet that one girl one day. It ain't realistic, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? And also, guys, join me along this journey. Just overcome this fear. Let's not be afraid to talk to girls, not be afraid to network with people. We can do it, guys. This is our, not only is this our year, but just keep improving yourself, right? Don't care what nobody thinks at the end of the day. If I could do it, you could do it too. All right, guys. See you in the next video.